I told them I would be here. They didn't believe. Well, look at me now. We're about to light it up tonight. Nobody's gonna stop us. No one's gonna get left out. 'Cause we're coming up right now. 'Cause we're coming up right now.
Good morning, good morning. Wakey, wakey, time for some cardio breakfast. That's what I'm having for breakfast, some cardio. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you wonderful, beautiful, amazing human beings today? Good morning, good morning. Good morning. So hopefully you guys saw in the story that we are going to be doing a treadmill workout today. Oh man, this is going to suck. We'll start in a few minutes. I'm just gonna go ahead and let everybody kind of get signed in. Again, today's gonna be a treadmill workout. We're gonna vary our inclines and our speeds. I'm just stretching out these calves, aka my shadows. So the running joke is I don't have any calves, they're just little shadows. And so I've been working them into my training regimen. So this workout is probably gonna challenge me, very much so, because running on an incline means calf central. So if I have to stop, don't judge me. But we're gonna get through this together. That's the awesome part about doing this IG Live cardio. Which I hope you guys enjoy as much as I do. It definitely helps me get through the long bouts of cardio and this long road that I have to the Olympia. And it's not just the Olympia that I'm prepping for either. It's I've got Olympia, then Korea, then Prague, then a few weeks later I'm coming back to the Bay, and we'll be competing in Sacramento. I haven't competed close to home in quite some time, so I'm definitely highly motivated, because that means the package I bring to Olympia, not only will it be my best, but it's one that I'm gonna have to keep, because I have 6 shows planned from September through November. So it's gonna be a grind. It's gonna be a grind, but a grind that I'm ready, very ready for. So good morning, good morning. Thanks for all the love and the hearts. It's nice to see so many people already ready to rock. You guys ready to burn some cows? I know I am. So as always, guys, feel free to ask questions. I'll do my best to answer them. Of course, there will be times where I won't be able to talk because this workout's gonna suck. So I'll be sure to get back to them as soon as I can. Hello, London. What's up? All right, so again, if you didn't already see, I posted the workout in my story, so feel free to take a screenshot of that, keep it in your phone, so that way whenever you're having one of those days where you just don't want to think, but you know you need to get your cardio done, just follow the program. This workout was inspired by Fit Radio. It's an app that I've been, shouting to the rooftops about. They have great music, great mixes, some good guided cardio workouts on various machines. You can set it to beats per minute. You can set, if you go outside and go for a run, you can find music that'll set to your pace to kind of keep you going. So it's a really great program. So if you haven't already downloaded the app, the Fit Radio app is awesome. You can go on Groupon, and I think it's like $18 for like the year. And when I say you can customize it, I mean you can customize. Not to mention, there's so many mixes on there. When you do as much cardio as I do, the last thing you want to hear is the same thing. So it's a really cool app to utilize. So hopefully you guys enjoy it as much as I do. And you're very welcome. I'm so glad to hear that you guys really enjoyed these workouts. I've gotten a lot of feedback on them. And today means 10 weeks out to the Olympia. So in my head, we still have about 9 more sessions, 9 more weeks of this. So you guys will see my transformation. I'll start to get a little more, cheekbones will start coming in more. But anyways, let's go ahead and start off with our warm-up. We're gonna start with a 5-minute warm-up, guys, a 0 incline and a 4.5 speed. So let's go ahead and get started. At any given time, guys, if you start to feel some type of way, you know, lightheaded, dizzy, itchy, just, you know, feeling like you can't catch your breath, just slow it down. Whatever you do, don't stop. Just keep moving, even if it just means you have to walk. Oh, get it. 3 weeks out. Go ahead, girl. I'm really excited as well. So let me go ahead and make sure I set my timer. All right, perfect. So I'm excited too because this past weekend, as you guys saw on my feed, my girls competed at the San Jose Championships for the Muscle Sport Production show, and they all did awesome. I mean, 3 girls, 7 trophies. It doesn't get much better than that. I mean, 2 girls won their classes and ended up winning the overall in the Masters division, 35 and 45, and then my other girl was able to place first call outs. She got 2nd place in Masters and then 3rd in the Open, so I'm a very happy girl. And then now we are just under 2 weeks from Pittsburgh Nationals, and I have Joni and Priscilla that I will be traveling with to Pittsburgh. It'll be Priscilla's first nationals, and this will be Joni's 3rd time. So I'm really excited for them because they're bringing completely new packages. Their posing is different, but most importantly, their confidence is there. And then Lindsay, she'll be competing at USA, so I will be there too. So for those of you that are going to be in Vegas, I wish I was going to be at the San Jose Fit Expo, but fortunately, I will be in Vegas for USA, supporting my athlete Lindsay. So it's a busy month of July for me. But I'm happy to say that all 3 athletes that I'm taking to nationals have won their class and won the overall in their division. So that was a goal of ours. It was to make sure that they got their overall, so that way they go into nationals feeling very confident. You know, we like to set baby goals and we like to hit them. So for those of you that are competitors out there, I recommend the same thing. You know, don't just do one show and head straight to nationals. Unless you're really just wanting to experience everything, and that's okay too. But you got to go into things with the right mindset. So, you know, this is Priscilla's first nationals. She was nationally qualified last year, but I didn't allow her to go to nationals because I wanted her to A, you know, win an overall in her division, B, put on a little bit more size, and C, gotta get that head right. You gotta be ready for, you know, national shows. I mean, these are huge shows. I mean, I think my biggest show, including, you know, competing in the Olympia and competing in the Arnold Australia, USA's national was still the biggest show for me because I had over 46 girls in my class to fight to get that pro card. And at the pro level, don't get me wrong, there's really good competition and there's like 30 of them. But I'll never forget being in the E-class division in Vegas, and I think you could only see the top of my head because there were so many people on the side of the stage. And you could bet I was shocked as ever when I was called, you know, to win the pro card. I was like, you can see me? Because I just had no idea, you know, it was my first nationals. So that's one of the reasons why I got to make sure my athletes are fully prepared, you know, doing all the right things recovery-wise, trying to eliminate as much stress as possible. Those are some of the things that we talk a lot about when it comes to competition prep. Thank you so much. That's so sweet of you. How long do I work out? Kind of depends. You know, usually I do a minimum of at least 2 30-minute sessions of cardio a day. Sometimes it ends up being 45, like today. We'll just move right along on that. Just because I get excited, you know, I get excited for the opportunities that are to come. So sometimes I do a little bit more. And then I would say my lifts will take me, you know, anywhere between an hour and a half. It just kind of depends. I do a lot of drop sets. I'm lifting really heavy upper body right now, and then, you know, my lower half, I keep it light. I do enjoy HIIT training. There's a lot of pros, and I mean, I would say there isn't really too many cons of HIIT workouts. HIIT cardio. Good correction, Raul. I love HIIT cardio. I think there isn't anything really wrong with it. It just depends on what your goals are. You know, if you are really concerned about not losing muscle mass, then you don't want to do too much, you know, cardio either. But I like HIIT training because of the fat burn and because of the great conditioning that your body gets from it. Yeah, Team Snack in the house. I see you, Tiburon. Speaking of snack, I'll be heading there today, so I'm really excited for that. Love visiting my snack family and heading to the headquarters there, utilizing the hyperbaric chamber for recovery, getting in the ring, you know, hitting mitts with Baz and some of the other awesome, if you don't know, Snack is not just an awesome, you know, supplement company, but the things that they offer, they offer their sponsored athletes so much, you know, and Victor and his team are amazing. I mean, I get to literally train with world champion Olympian boxers. I mean, their stable is fat, men and women. So they talk about being motivated. I just like going in there knowing that those guys are hitting the bag and sweating it out. Like, it gets me pumped. So I love my snack meets. Shout out to Team Snack, everybody that's out there. Bay Area, we representing hard. If you guys notice, we are at the 5:53 mark. So let's go ahead and take that speed to a 5.5 and 0 incline just for 30 seconds and kind of really pick up your speed here, because I want to warm up those hip flexors. So it is pretty much a good jog, and really focus on lengthening, focus on that stride, making sure that those legs are nice and long so we can warm up those hamstrings properly. You might not run like this the entire time, but it's one of those things where really make sure you take your warm-up seriously. Ooh, good question. What are your thoughts on peak week nutrition? Honestly, it depends on where you are as an athlete. A lot of people get confused when it comes to what they should do for peak week. So hold that thought. Do you always use the treadmill? Switch it up. It's always different. For me, it's either treadmill, elliptical. Sometimes I run outside, but for the most part, my regimen is elliptical and running. That's the best to tone down my legs and bring down my big butt. So back to the question about peak week nutrition. And let's go ahead and bring our incline up to 3. And let's do this for another 30 seconds. So peak week nutrition depends on where you're at. A lot of times for me personally, it's usually a carbless, sugarless, no sodium, water slowly gets pulled. It's peak week, aka death week. Now for some people who are naturally lean and, you know, are able to come in, sometimes they get to experience a carbing up peak week, where it's maybe like 3 days, you know, of maybe very minimal carbs, and then like the last 2 days they end up getting a little food bump and they get to carb up to the show to make sure that they're not flat, to make sure those muscles are popping. But for someone like me that's trying to get myself to be tiny and fighting against the genetics, there is no carbing up for me. I keep everything low carb. So it is a very, very difficult peak week, and I'm trying to do 3 of those back to back to back. All right, so now let's go ahead and bring your incline down to a 1. And let's keep the speed at a 4.5. Cool. And again, this is just to kind of let you recover a little bit. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I'm marking off where I'm at so I don't lose my spot. Haven't done this treadmill workout in a while, probably because my calves have been so beat up. But they're a little bit better today, so we're gonna see if I can get through this. Awesome. So we're gonna stay here for about another minute. If you guys notice, I am rocking the Fightletics t-shirt. My sports massage therapist, Jojo, want to give him lots of love. I'm sure he's not on today. Usually he will be on, leaving me some comments, but today's his wedding day. So I want to wish him many blessings and a wonderful, amazing marriage full of love and friendship. And then when you get back from Hawaii next week, I need some work done, Jojo. My body needs you. So before I forget, about 30 seconds, we're gonna make the switch here. Next week's cardio live, our IG live cardio session is going to be a little different. I'm gonna be on the East Coast. I'm gonna be in Boston. So that means the time change is gonna be a little different. So unfortunately I can't do 7 a.m. on the East Coast because that would mean I'm up at 4 a.m. for you guys. So when it's 7 a.m. for me on the East Coast. It'll be 10 o'clock over here on the West Coast. So next week, you guys, next Friday, it will be at 10. I'll make sure to give you guys a little reminder in my stories. Great question, Brianna. Why do competitors do so much cardio if they have such strict diets? So, with that being said, go ahead and bring your speed up to 5.5 and let's stay here for a minute. So, when it comes to bodybuilding, you have to think about your lean mass and how it's displayed, right? In order for us to get our lean mass to be displayed with minimal water, good striations, good lines, and a fullness, there does need to be a certain amount of conditioning that goes along with it. So yes, we are in caloric deficit, but that's just to kind of take the weight off. When we want everything to be tight and conditioned, you gotta do that. Cardio is really the only way to do that. Now, there are various ways to do cardio. For instance, I know a lot of bodybuilders, you won't catch them necessarily running like this, they walk. But how long are they walking for? They might be walking on an incline for an hour, 2 to 3 times a day, and that's enough cardio for them. So everybody's body is different, everybody's metabolism is different, height, weight, age, activity level, it's all a factor. Some people don't do very much cardio at all. I have a competitor who literally looks like she gets up on stage every week. And the most amount of cardio she would do for a show in the past was one 45-minute session, and that was plenty. So you just have to understand that not everybody does the same thing. Not everybody's crazy like me and does, multiple sessions a day. But again, everyone's genetically different, everyone's body responds differently, and I also think it depends on how long you've been in the sport. In the beginning, I could shed weight like that, but it was also because I didn't have very much muscle mass. Now that I have so much more muscle mass, it's a lot harder for me to kind of cut, because there's a lot more that goes into it than you realize. All right, so let's go ahead and bring that incline to a 4. Focus on that breath, keep that chest up, and keep a loose jaw. Don't be tight when you run, right? You gotta keep it loose. Doing great, guys. Stay strong. Really focus on that gait. Focus on your feet, knees, hips, and ankles. Great question. Give me 1 second. So, guys, after this minute, we're gonna go ahead and drop to a 1 incline, 4.5 speed for 2 minutes, so that way we can recover. In 5, 4, 3, 2, time. Go ahead and bring that incline down to a 1, and then take your speed down just to a 4.5, and let's allow you to recover. So what made you do fitness? So for those of you who don't know, I've pretty much been an athlete my whole life. Good morning, Gloria. In middle school and high school, I did softball, track, cross country, soccer, volleyball. I didn't do wrestling. My dad wouldn't let me. He didn't want to let me be the only girl doing it. But I've always been an athlete. I was able to earn myself a full ride to San Jose State, and I played D1 basketball there. So I've always been into fitness, and it makes me happy. I got away from that, because doing what everybody usually does, right? Go to college, get that degree, get that big job, make that paper. But it didn't happen that way, and I wasn't happy because I wasn't doing what I love, which was fitness. So long story short, after doing a few different types of occupations, I came back to fitness when I moved back to the Bay, and pretty much I decided that this was what I wanted to do. It makes me happy to be able to help people, to guide people, to direct them to making better decisions. It's not just a quick fix for me, it's a lifestyle change. So just like I do have competitors, I also have my clients my weight loss clients, my muscle gain clients, I just want to be healthy clients. And I really enjoy what I do. I want to do it until I'm old and gray and can't do it anymore. Hopefully if I'm doing it right, I'll be able to do this till I'm in my 90s. But that's what made me get into it, was just seeing that, I feel that fitness can help people mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally. And I feel that when you're feeling good about yourself, you make better decisions. And so I know for me, my life has changed ever since I got back into fitness. And so I just want to kind of spread the love. All right, guys, minute is over. 2 minutes is over, my bad. So we're gonna go back up to a 5.5 now for 2 minutes. Still stay at a 1 incline. Picking up the pace a little bit now. So bodybuilding, great. Someone mentioned that they're thinking about doing bodybuilding, and a couple things that I want to put out there about bodybuilding. Bodybuilding is amazing. It is a great way to test your mental strength, your physical, emotional, spiritual, physical. It's definitely a huge test, and you learn a lot about what you're willing to do and what you're not willing to do. You learn how to say no, and you learn discipline, and you learn a lot about physical awareness. You know, I'm very aware of what I put in and out of my body, how I feel, you know, things that I didn't used to know before, I know now. And so it's a very empowering thing. Now, with that being said, it is very time consuming. It is almost like having 2 full-time jobs, because it's about eating and taking the proper supplementation and constantly training. Yes, you do, you know, take off days here and there, but it can become an obsession, especially if you're like me as an Aries, always chasing on to the next, and so it's real easy to get bit by that bug. So it is something that can change your life socially, because that means, you know, if you're a big social butterfly and you like to go out with your friends, family, go out on dates and things like that, it's very hard to do that because you're very restricted. So I'm not saying that it's a bad thing, but people need to understand that bodybuilding consumes a lot of your life, and it isn't something that you can just jump in, you know, and jump out. Like, you can always do a show, you know, but I mean, if you really enjoy the sport and want to do more, it's like the more you put in, the more you're gonna get out of it. You just do a sprinkle, that's what you're gonna get, a sprinkle. All right, so with that being said, whoo, man, I don't know what you guys, but I'm definitely feeling this. My calves are angry. That's all right. So let's go ahead and let's kick up our incline to a 6. You heard me, a 6. I ain't playing. Let's go. Keep your speed to a 5.5, and now we're really booking it now. As you can hear my little treadmill. It's like, are you sure? Yes, I'm sure. Let's go to a 6. Woo. Now I'm really feeling the burn. Hey, what up, Haddock? Whew. Whew. How we doing, guys? We're almost about halfway into the workout, so you guys are doing really well. I know it doesn't seem like we're fluctuating speeds very much, but it's really about that incline. I'm really on this incline kick on my running. I feel like I'm able to engage my posterior chain a little bit more, and I'm really focused on my form as I run. Angela, yes, a 6. Good to see you on here, babe. Ooh. Heck yeah, you can always come down. So if you guys are watching and you guys are somewhere in the Bay Area, I'm based at a UFC gym in Concord. I do have some room in my availability before I start traveling, so if you're interested on one-on-one, if you're interested on group training, if you're interested on competing, I do have a couple of open spots on my competition team. Serious inquiries only, but feel free to shoot me an email. This 6 is killing it, right? Woo! One more minute, guys. Just stay with me. One more minute. Ooh, I'm sweating up a storm. So you guys might notice I'd be wearing my ZMA headband. I stole some compression from my husband. I'm just trying to sweat. I want to sweat all this water out and get ready. Where's the gym located? In Concord. UFC Gym Concord. Gloria, check my stories. I mentioned earlier that I posted it on there. The full-on workout is on the stories right now. Whew. Almost there. Okay, 20 more seconds. And then we'll get a nice little recovery break. So stay in there. Try not to stop. 4, 3, 2, time. Bring that incline down to a 1. I bet you pressed that button so fast, didn't you? I know I did. And then go ahead, keep your speed at a 5.5. Let's stay here for a little bit. Let's let that body get used to it even more. But at least with the incline coming down, it feels like a break, even though it's really not a break. It's a trick. I tricked you break. That's what I like to call it. I gotta trick myself sometimes into getting what I want. The body, I say it to my clients a lot, the body can be a stubborn child. It's up to you not to give up on it, right? For those of you that are parents out there, you're not gonna let your kid get away with not cleaning their room, not eating their vegetables, right? Because you want them to be better. Obviously, I'm using this loosely as I'm not a parent. I'm sure you could easily be like, Breena, do you even know what you're talking about? No, I don't. I'm carb deprived and I'm doing cardio. No, I'm just kidding. But seriously though, think about it. Why can't we treat our bodies the way we would our children? We want the best for our children, so why don't we want the best for our bodies so we can be there for our children? I don't know, I'm just talking. This is what happens when I ramble. But it makes sense, at least in here. Am I doing more cardio tonight? Yes. I typically do 2 sessions a day. Sometimes I get a little crazy and it might be 4, as you guys saw on my Fitbit trackings. But it's only because I'm trying to get ready for these photo shoots that I have coming up. I'm really excited for my photo shoot next week in Boston. I've never been to Boston, so I want to make sure I'm in tip-top shape for it. And it's also great. I like to schedule photo shoots, you know, kind of as like little mini pit stops along the road to Olympia. That way I'm guaranteed to bring in not just the same package, but a better conditioned package. So I've got a lot of baby goals that I'm going to check off my list as I get closer to the O. All right, guys, recovery is over. Let's go ahead and let's kick that speed up. Or you can stay at a 5.5 if you need to, but let's put that incline up a little bit. Let's go up by 1. All right, I'm feeling like I'm warm and like I want to go. That could be the pre-workout talking. So I'm gonna kick my speed up a little bit. And if you guys are feeling the same way, I say anywhere between a 5.5 and a 7.5 is pretty decent, especially if you're trying to get a little bit more kick. Let's stay here for 30 seconds, and then we'll increase our incline to a 3. You guys are doing great. Focus on that breath. Keep that chest up. All right, let's go ahead and bring that incline up by 3. And 3, 2, 1. So you should be at a 3 incline and a minimum speed of 5.5 to 7.5. Make sure that gait is long. Oh, hey, get it, girl, up top. Stay here a little bit more. 15 more seconds. Well done, guys. Bring that incline to a 1 and bring your speed down to a 4.5. Let's stay here for a minute. Let's stay here for a minute and allow yourself to recover. Take deep sips of air in through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose and out through the mouth. All right, after this minute, we're gonna go back up and we're gonna sprint. This time though, I wanna be at a 3 incline again and at a 5.5 to 7.5. Ah, thanks, Amanda. In my head, I'm burning extra calories by talking. So I'm helping you guys and myself at the same time. Killing 2 birds with 1 stone. I love win-win situations. Ooh. All right, here we go, guys. Let's go ahead and let's go for that sprint, okay? Give me a 3 on the incline, and then take your speed anywhere between a 5.5 and 7.5. All right, I'm gonna go up 7.5. Let's get this puppy going. Ready? 30 seconds starts now. Open up that gate. Use those legs, guys. And time. Go ahead and bring your speed back down to a 4.5. And go ahead and bring that incline back to a 1. So, ooh, great one. Tips to stay on track over the weekend. So, I'm human just like you guys. My 2 biggest pitfalls are when I get home from work at night and the weekends. Why? Because that's when I'm the least busy, right? Usually during the week, I'm up at 6 a.m., have clients all the way through 9 o'clock, so I'm good. I have my 6-pack bag with me, taking my meals out, and eating on time. But it's when you get home, when you have some downtime, that's when the cravings start kicking in, right? So some things I try to do is I like to drink flavored teas. Like last night I found a pineapple tea that I had grabbed from TJ Maxx, and I put a little stevia on that, and it tasted sweet. Took it right away my sweet tooth. Took it away and I was good to go. Some other things I like to do is I'll take a ZMA nightcap from Snack, and basically it's a nighttime sleep aid in a powder form, and it's an appleberry flavor, so again it curbs my sweet tooth and it knocks me out so I can't sleepwalk into the kitchen and start eating. Now over the weekend, I still put my meals in my 6-pack bag and carry it with me everywhere I go. Because usually on the weekends, it's errand time, right? Laundry, meal prep, going to the grocery store, trying to get my training in. So I always try to make sure that I carry one of my 6-pack bags with me. And even if it is a lighter day, I don't need my giant expedition. Sometimes I'll just carry my contender, or I'll carry the Asana, you know, bags that carry like 1 or 2 meals in, just to make sure it's there. Because sometimes what happens is on the weekend, so much time will pass because I'm just, you know, just busy doing odds and ends and thinking, oh, I'm not that hungry. And then all of a sudden, bam, I'm starving. And then at that point, I'm just ravenous, I'm gonna eat whatever, and then I go off plan. So that's why I like to use my 6-pack bag as much as possible, even on the weekends, because that's when I need it most. So hopefully those tips work out for you. I make sure everything in the house is measured, even nuts. Like, I don't trust myself anymore just to get a handful of nuts. I still count them out, put them in little Ziploc baggies or little containers. That way I can just grab those. So again, guys, fail to plan, plan to fail. You are in control of your food and what you put in and out. You have the tools. We've got 6-pack bags out there, right? We've got all the supplements to help you curb your appetite. We've got everything that you need to kind of help with that sweet tooth. So it's one of those things where you just got to make the decision to stay on top. All right, so with that being said, I'm ready for another sprint. Are you? All right, here we go. Let's get that incline up to a 3, and let's bring that speed up to a 5.5, to 7.5. All right. Eva, I see your question. I'm gonna answer it right after this 30-second sprint. Great job, guys. Go ahead and bring that incline back to a 1 and keep that speed at a 4.5. Ooh, man, the sweat is starting to pour down. Okay. Alright, so the question was there a particular body part that you really struggled with? Whether it was a muscle group that you wouldn't grow, or somewhere you found it difficult to lose fat? Great question, Eva. So, I always say this and people think I'm joking, but I do have problem areas. I carry all of my weight in my butt and my legs. Now, to some, that's a blessing. For me, it's a curse. Now, a lot of it is genetics. As you guys know, I'm half black and half Puerto Rican, so size was never really an issue. But when I first started bikini bodybuilding, all I was told, it's all about the booty. So what was I doing? Heavy lifting. I was heavy deadlifting, heavy squats. I was trying to PR. At one point, my deadlift was up to 250 pounds for a 1 rep max. And I thought I was awesome. I was like, yeah, I'm getting it. And then I get on stage and my butt is bigger than the rest of me. My quads, like, I'm just unproportionate, right? Yes, big booty girls, I know you feel me on this. So, the problem is the conditioning. It's all great to have size, but it's about conditioning. So does that mean you're gonna lose your booty? A little bit, but you'd be surprised, because I'll tell you right now, for those of you that saw my Culver City win, before I stepped on stage, one of the things I asked my coach was, I think I lost my bum. Is it still there? Like, when I hit my back pose, I feel like it's flat. Like, I don't feel it back there. And then, of course, as you guys saw from the clips, post-show, when we were showing our back pose, I mean, my glutes looked like they were in 3D. So it's about being compact and tight. And so that's why I do as much cardio as I do. Someone asked that earlier, why do competitors have to do so much cardio? The ones that have to do the most cardio are the ones that have to scale down the most. And what I mean is those legs and that booty, it's like the last to really dial in for contest prep. You'll notice the upper body comes in, the abs come in. My abs will always come in, like just 2 weeks of dieting. But it's not about my abs, it's my entire package that I need to be proportionate and tight. And so hopefully that answers your question. My biggest problem area is my butt and my legs. And how do I rectify it? Way too much cardio. And of course dieting and supplementation, but a lot of it is cardio that I'm not going to hide. I know, because a lot of people say they wish they're a big booty girl, but I'm telling you right now, if you were to keep hitting the same placement and everyone keeps telling you, you gotta get tighter, you start to kind of hate, you know, what's going on. But, you know, I get motivated. And I was rewarded by coming in at 115 earlier this year. You know, naturally I walk around 130, 135. So being 5'6" and trying to get down to 115 is definitely not easy, you know, but neither is losing weight, right? Neither is gaining muscle. I mean, everybody has their problems, you know, their issues, but we're all here to get better, and time is your best friend, even though we get very impatient. Okay guys, good job getting me going on that rant. You just avoided one of my sprints. I gotta focus. Okay, here we go. Let's go up to that 3 incline again. And then get that speed up between 5.5 and 7.5. 30 seconds, go. Thanks, guys. Definitely appreciate the love. Hello. Yes, Eva, as I always say, bodybuilding, not body built. Once I started fully understanding that concept, it's helped me tremendously. And I think I started improving in the sport when I adopt that philosophy. You know, I expect nothing. All I can do is work hard and critique myself. And until I feel I'm in a good spot, I have nothing. I have no rebuttal as to, you know, where I place, and I don't even care. Because in my head, I know what I need to do to bring my best. And the best is yet to come. So it's sessions like these, it's talks like this, that's going to continue to motivate me for the next 10 weeks as I get ready to do one of the toughest things, and that's 3 back-to-backs. And not just, you know, any show. Olympia, Korea, and then a new one, Prague. Never been to Europe, so this will be fun. Lord knows I wouldn't be where I'm at without my sponsors, Snack, .fit, Kinder's, Pheno, Perfect Locks, All That Glitters Gems, Pro-Tan, Sunset Swimwear. I know a lot of sponsors that believe in me. So I feel very, very lucky and blessed to be here. And best believe I'm gonna bring my absolute best to that stage. Ooh. Okay guys, so, you know I got one more sprint. Ooh, is it? Thank you so much, Dawn, appreciate you. Prague is a beautiful town, especially at nighttime. Oh, I'm blessed to get there. I cannot wait. All right, guys, I want to do one more sprint, and I want to take it a little bit further than what I wrote because I'm feeling really good, and I hope you guys are feeling good too. So let's go up to that incline of 6 one more time. All right, and then that speed between 5.5 to 7.5. Let's stay there for a minute, and I promise you, immediately after, 5-minute cool down. All right, because we are already 36 minutes into the workout. All right, I promise you, it was about a 40-minute workout. Here we go. Pick up that incline to a 6. Get that speed up to 5.5 to 7.5 or higher if you're feeling froggy. I know I do. I got one goal on my mind, and that's improvement. Let's go, 1 minute. Stay with me. We got 15 more seconds left on this sprint. Push through it. Where do you want to be? How bad do you want this? Think about your why. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, time. Nice. Whew. Nice job, guys. Very well done. Bring that incline back down. Bring it down to 0. And let's have that speed out of 4. Let's walk this out. Let's get our heart rate back down. Dang. And someone reminded me to set my Fitbit earlier this morning, and I still forgot. Guess that means everything we just did for the last 40 minutes doesn't count. Ah! All right, guys. Stay here for 5 minutes as your cool down and get that heart rate down. Man, that sucks. I hate when I do that. I know, you told me. Ah! At least I can see that my heart rate's coming down. It was in the 170s. You didn't, doesn't count. No, it really does, but you know how it is. I'm addicted to this thing, man. And it was funny, when I first got my Fitbit, I was doing like 20 different challenges. It was ridiculous. I do have video proof, good point. I should take a screenshot, good point. But I started getting really competitive with those challenges. So for those of you that might struggle with motivation, or if you're just a highly competitive person, get a Fitbit, join the challenges, and it's it's so fun. Like, I see my mom getting more steps than me, and then I'm like, oh heck no, I gotta, like, you know what I mean? It's a great motivator. It's a great way to kind of keep you focused and just keep you engaged. You see your friends on there. You can have little challenges amongst coworkers and stuff like that. So those are some ways to keep yourself motivated. Whew. Right? I hate when I forget that. It's like, I knew I forgot to press something. I was just so excited to start the workout with you guys that I forgot to set it. Nonetheless, guys, great job today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed, working with me, hearing some of the answers to your questions. As I said, next week's IG Live cardio session, I will be in Boston. So I will be doing it at 7 a.m. on their time, but over here it'll be 10. Ooh, another question. Any benefits of a Fitbit over other fitness trackers? To be honest, I know that Polar is really great and Fitbit's really great. I'm not really 100% on with the iWatch, only because I feel like it ends up being a little bit more expensive than it needs to be. And I also don't like that it's hard for you to see total calories. Like I get to see activity burn, like activity, like how much I've burned from being active, but only if I'm doing like cardio. Like I can't see total calories for the day with some of my clients. So those are my only reasons why, but I don't think that there's one tracker better than the other or one that's more accurate. As long as you have something that tells you your heart rate and tells you how many calories you burn total for the day, not just when you're doing cardio, I think you got a great tracker. So hopefully that answers your question. Yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed, Angela. Hope to see you next week. Here with Stephanie, how much cardio to do? So as I mentioned earlier, it kind of depends on where I'm at in my prep. I can start off with 2 cardio sessions of like 30 minutes, and then I can increase from there. It can go up to an hour, so it just depends. So yes, so if I'm doing cardio, again, to answer your question, because I am carb deprived and fasted, 7 a.m. I'm trying to do the 7 a.m. time for the West Coast. So I'm going to do my cardio at 10 a.m. in Boston, and it'll really be 7 a.m. over here. So I just wanted to make sure that for those of you that are on the East Coast following, that's what's going to happen. I'll place a reminder. Sorry if that was confusing. Other than that, guys, don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you aren't already following on the Instagram account, please do. I'm going to go ahead and shut that down here. Hopefully your guys' heart rate has come down like mine has. I truly do enjoy these cardio sessions. I appreciate all the love and the support that you guys are giving me. I've got 10 more weeks to lose about 15 pounds, and I feel that it can be achieved. And to know that you guys are with me every step of the way, every single Friday, definitely gives me the push I need, and I hope it gives you guys that push too. Never forget, when you're going through it, especially during that cardio session, you got to tell yourself, I can, I am, I did. I can get through this cardio session. I am getting through it. And before you know it, you'll be able to say, I did get through it. Have a wonderful, blessed day, you guys. Enjoy your weekend. Be kind to one another. And thanks for watching.